I give unto my daughter 150 pounds. Now sticks the dagger in me. Why can't she be like Susanna? You see this book of cures? This is the leading textbook in Warwickshire. Susanna's husband, the esteemed Dr. John Hall, he wrote it. Oh, word to the wise, never go to Dr. John with hemorrhoids. He applies leeches to them. Anywho, anal physiology aside, and beside the fact that they're Puritans, we like Susanna and Dr. John. They're an upstanding backbone of the community sort of couple. My lambkin, Judith. 3 months ago, Judith claps her cheeks, I think that's what they're calling it now, with local tobacconist Thomas Quinney, a good-for-nothing, gold-digging philanderer 5 years younger than her. Like any caring father, I lovingly admonish my daughter. Shame! Where is thy blush?
Stop it!
Ow!
Speak no more! The father should hold some counsel in such a business. That's what you should have told her. That's what he told you. You missed me, huh?
Why on earth? What are you doing here?
You're writing!
I'm amending.
Writing is rewriting.
I would hardly call torts writing.
I would hardly call two noble kinsmen writing.
Fuck off.
Are we intending to share with them that we are 8 years younger than our own wife?
We are not.
Pourquoi pas?
Parce que it's none of their business. Go Bug Johnson.
An upstart crow, beautified with our feathers, that with his tiger's heart wrapped in a player's hide, supposes he is as well able to bombast out a blank verse as the best of you. Remember.
It's a load of codswallop.
Will, this is what they're going to say.
What?
That there is no way an elementary school dropout, jack of all trades, vagabond, thespian, writes these plays.
Bugger off.
Can't.
If you ignore her, she goes away. She very fickle. Where was I? Oh yes, Judith. Anyway, my newly acquired shit for brains of a son-in-law, well, he's bedding another woman.
Well, that's a pot calling the kettle black.
Not even close.
Why? Because your wife and mistress live in separate towns?
No, because I haven't been found guilty of carnal copulation and made to parade down the town in a white sheet because my mistress has died giving birth to my child. And because Judith will not leave this vile standing bull's pizzle, they've been excommunicated.
The course of true love never did run smooth.
True love, more like the waste of shame and spirit, is lust in action.
Gross.
How long are you staying?
Till it's settled.
My will?
Their will.
Oh, who cares about their will?
You will.
Bah.
What do you care about?
Their humanity.
Then, pity me not, but lend thy serious hearing to what I shall unfold. I am thy father's spirit.
Do not palter with me today. You want me to tell them about my dad?
I do.
Why?
So they understand.
No. That way madness lies. Let me shun that.
Uh-huh. Your dad.
Oh, your dad. Okay. John Shakespeare, though he wasn't a very well-educated man, he did rather well for himself. There.
How? How?
By having the good fortune to marry Mary, my mother, the daughter of the Ardens, the then richest landowners in Stratford. I am now Caesar. Do give Calliope my love, and do not let it smack your ass on the way out.
What heinous sin is it in me to be ashamed to be my father's child?
I'm not. Why are you doing this?
Art hath an enemy called ignorance.
Johnson.
The very one.
Ben is worried about my art.
He is.
Well, now I know you're full of shit.
Believes you're the genius.
Oh, well, then why the bollocks does he slam every play I write? He's worse than the damn coney catcher.
A groat's worth of wit, bought with $1 million of repentance, is this one's first review. It's a scathing condemnation. It pisses him off, right, Royal?
Robert Greene is the world's first professional critic, and he's a nasty piece of work, aren't they all? He writes this review whilst he's rotting away in a brothel bed from the effects of red wine, pickled herring, and syphilis.
'Tis true. Greene dies a pox-ridden, once brilliant playwright, adamant that this uncouth bumpkin stole his Henri VI.
I did not steal that play.
Every true man's apparel fits your thief. But gentle readers, this is not where it all begins.
What?
You don't just show up in London, steal a man's play, and walk into greatness.
Not steal.
Methinks the lady doth protest too much.
Without me you don't exist.
Fair is foul and foul is fair. We're mired in a paradox.
I'm not in the mood for this bollocks.
But they are. And without them, you are nothing.
Oh, they don't believe in the truth, do ya?
No legacy is so rich as honesty.
Where did I say that?
Mariana.
You dug up the strumpet from All's Well. They're called problem praise for a reason. I lied.
Yeah, in your life constantly. In your art. Never.
None of my characters lie.
To them, not one.
So if I find one, you'll get lost.
Forever.
Good.
Well?
It's a Cadmean victory.
How so?
I might write again.
You won't.
You don't get to decide.
Well, what you will. Well?
Ophelia.
Where?
At home, my lord.
Oh, pathetic. Even Hamlet knows she's lying. You have never lied to them.
Goneril and Reagan.
They're not lying.
They're not lying.
No! They're telling an arrogant curmudgeon what they know he wants to hear. Exactly as Judith is telling you. But Lear like you're pissed because Samkin's being all Cordelia. Nothing will come of nothing. Speak again.
Beat thy drum and get thee gone.
I am thy friend and pity thee.
I'd rather be alone.
Time's glory is to calm contending kings, to unmask falsehoods, and bring truth to light.
What falsehoods?
They're going to say they're not yours.
Oh, away, you 3-inch stool. Why would you do that?
He hath not fed of the dainties that are bred of a book.
I'm only an animal, only sensible in the duller parts, because I didn't go to college. Well, who writes them then?
They've more than 80 candidates.
80. Like who?
Bacon, Florio, Decker, Johnson.
Ben.
Eh.
Ben writes party favors for the Queen.
Pembroke, Spencer, Sidney, Sheikh Zubair.
Who?
Sheikh Zubair.
Sheikh Subaya. Wow.
Oxford.
De Vere? The man's been dead for more than a decade. What does he do? Send him back via the Pearlygate Postal Service? I did not slave away in the dim light of a candle, putting words and mouths into all of these characters, so you can hand them over to some hack like Oxford?
Well, according to legend, you don't slave at all. Trippingly from the tongue.
Yeah, well, we both know that that's a load of balderdash. You know I write these plays.
They do not.
How can they not?
Because once you finish scribbling that worthless tort, it'll contain 3 of 6 verifiable signatures from your entire life.
So what? Those are ink blots. What about the plays, the sonnets, the poems? What more do you want?
To see where you signed them.
Sign them.
They want to find you in them.
Oh, that's rich.
What?
That's your rule. No. Be a cipher to the greater Comte. Observation, not opinion, Will.
You may be the best playwright there's ever been.
Maybe.
Maybe. But you're not perfect. You're in these plays. Show them your will, and they'll never doubt that Will writes them again. Will you?
You want me to show them what a bad writer I am?
I want you to prove that genius is no more than a flaw of human nature.
Well, that's obvious.
To a genius.
Who cares?
Mischief, thou art swift to enter the thoughts of desperate men. I need to prove to our gentle readers that art is more than something you get away with, that the object of art is to give life shape.
I never said that.
You have not.
Well, who did?
A Frenchman,
Which one?
Jean Anouilh.
I've never heard of him.
And you never will.
Oh. Hey, tell me there are no French in that list.
The French hate you. Voltaire.
Who?
Voltaire. He's the French you.
Oh.
Il dit, he is a drunken sauvage, a crasse, an ignorant abruti, avec un peu d'imagination, whose pieds de terre can only please in London and Canada.
Okay, I don't know.
Watson, Peel, Cervantes.
A Spaniard? What is wrong with you? No, Miguel is very good.
Wait, you know Cervantes?
We met him with his sister at their house in Valladolid.
We went to Spain.
Yeah, with Cornwallis to record the Treaty of London.
Don't recall.
It's your inspiration for Cardenio.
Eureka!
Oh, you're sick.
Yeah, what man can pretend to know the riddle of a woman's mind? This is exactly the stuff they want to know, the backstory.
Yeah, well, if you keep this crap up, the deconstructionists are going to tear you limb by limb.
Fuck 'em. Cryography without biography is bullshit. Derrida is a moron, warble child, my passion and my sense of hearing. Sorry, I got carried away.
God's wounds. Really, Oxford?
Vero nihili various.
Oh, you think you're so clever, smarty pants.
Think?
It means nothing more true than truth. It's the damn Earl of Oxford's personal motto.
If the glove fits.
Basta.
Your dad.
What about my dad?
Non sans droit.
Oh, yeah. I wish that were a dog, that I might love thee something.
I'd rather hear a dog bark at a crow than a man swear he loves me. Do it.
Yeah. Do it. John Shakespeare, he's born in Agricola. That means he's a peasant farmer. But being a bright lad, he got an apprenticeship in Stratford-upon-Avon, the heart of the local glove-making industry. And it's here that he gets himself licensed as a glover, a tanner, and a widower.
That's a maker of white leather.
And this means that poor John, he transforms himself into Master John and thus becomes eligible for local office. Now, his first appointment is he becomes the conner of bread and ale. This means that you have to sit on a cushion of beer, and depending on how well the ale sticks to your arse, you could tell its alcoholic content.
7%.
It's quite the skill. So after a year of buffing his butt in booze, being a bulky lad, Dogberry-like, he becomes the third watchman, the police officer. And then he's the chamberlain, the money cruncher for 2 years. And then he's elected the mayor of Stratford.
Such as we are made of, such we be.
He styles himself.
John Shakespeare, justice of the peace, I bailiff of the town.
This is every man's dream. Because, you see, you're born a husbandman, but you're made a gentleman, one who can live without means of manual labor, and one who possesses a coat of arms. Now, this is something that my dad desperately wants. And so we applied to the College of Heralds. These are the halcyon days, because my dad is the first person ever to bring a traveling troupe of players into Stratford. Now, to get to our hamlet on the Avon, you have to cross the 14 arches of the Clopton Bridge. And when I'm 9, a man by the name of James Burbage, he does just that with his young son Richard in tow. They come clopping over the Clopton Bridge, and they plop themselves in front of my pa.
James Burbage, I bailiff.
Oh, John Shakespeare, welcome. Do you have a license?
We are servants to the Lord of Leicester.
That is very impressive. What is your fee?
Oh, a mere 10 shillings.
Okay, what is your play?
The history of the collier.
Coal mining. I'll have to peruse the script.
Oh, naturally, high bailiff.
Okay, so after perusal of said script, kneeling between my father's legs, I watch these thespians. They awe our citizens with their tumbles and their somersaults. Oh, that day, a seed of passion is planted in my soul.
When we are born, we cry that we come to this great stage of fools.
Now what?
We burn daylight, ho. This is romantic drivel.
You said, tell them about your life.
I said, tell the truth.
It is the truth.
A seed of passion was planted in my soul. Are you kidding me? It's doggerel. This is crap.
Do I ever tell them how much I hate you?
Sonnet 100.
Good.
Kit is on the list.
He's the only one who belongs there.
An honest tale speeds best being plainly told. Enough with the flowery.
What went up your rear end?
What book is this?
It's Ovid's Metamorph... My mother?
I prithee now, sweet son, so to have my praise, perform a part thou hast not done.
I'll have to go back to the beginning.
You don't say.
Oh, it's why you threw the book.
Oh, it's not just a pretty face.
Yeah, they say the devil can assume a pleasing shape.
Archizo.
All right. In the beginning, God made heaven and the earth.
I'm the divinity. I'm imperfect, but I am still divine. You are the mere mortal.
Okay.
Now prove it.
Oh, you know what? If you were to imagine that this is actually some artsy-fartsy, lovey, imagined paragon of virtue, you are very wrong. This one, wrong word. Oh, what's that? Call that writing. Write it again. This.
I can hear you.
Right?
Get on with it.
Okay. I, William Arden Shakespeare, I was born in the year of our Lord, 1564, and I'm baptized on April 20th. You know what? This is redundant. Who's ever going to care about the year I was born?
The Chronicle of Wasted Time. Prattle on.
All right, prattling on. Okay. On the day that I'm born, there are 1,000 people in Stratford. By the end of that year, there's only 800. Do you know why?
I'm not Cleo.
No, you don't do
Why?
history, do you?
Ugh.
It's because that sickle-yielding, sable stallion, Black Death, comes galloping through town. Now, having taken my 2 younger sisters, my mother is not about to let this miasmatic monster steal her only remaining child, moi. And so she pulls me to her heart. It is a hug that has held me in its awe my whole life. My mother taught me how to read Ovid's Metamorphosis, and it's this book that I used to write my first hit. And no matter what Johnson rants and raves about...
It's a bloody tragedy.
Yeah, well, it's been played to sold-out houses in every theatre in London.
How is it that Bloody Titus is still being bloody well performed 25 bloody years after you wrote the bloody thing?
Ben, shut up.
Call yourself a writer? You've almost no Latin, not a word of Greek, and are devoid of any sense of classical structure.
Knock it off.
Is he wrong?
Whose side are you on?
I don't get a side.
You're funny.
Yeah, well, lucky for you.
Yeah, okay. I may not be as learned as that stodgy old bugger, but I can tell you what, my Latin is fine.
Hang hog is Latin for bacon?
There. That's it. That's a deconstructionist nightmare. I am in that scene, both physically and literally. William the Page.
Show me now, William, some declensions of your pronouns.
I've forgotten them.
It is keys, gays, and gods. If you forget your keys, your gays, and your gods, you must be breeches. Oh, go your way and play go.
I go.
It's disgusting.
Because Mr. Evans is Welsh, he mispronounces key, cord for keys, K's, and gods. That's your testicles, your penis, and your vagina. So if you forget your keys, your K's, your gods, your penis, your vagina, and your testicles, why then you must be preachers. Arse-whipped. It's delicious. Total narcissism. Nothing to do with the play. Not even in the quarto.
Because it's pornographic crap.
What do you want? I had to write it in 3 weeks.
Again with the lies.
What lies?
You write a mask for the Queen's investiture of the Garter in 3 weeks. A year later, commercial whore that he is, he mixes it in with his franchise-creating Falstaff spin-off, and voila, merry wives.
You know what? I do not need this garbage. Thou must be gone, wench. Thou must be gone.
Put the quill down.
It's a will.
Leave Anne the second best bed.
What? Oh, that'll screw with the scholars for centuries. That is brilliant.
It's what I do.
Right.
As for your Latin,
What?
tortive? Where did you come up with that?
It means twisted.
You are the only person in the history of English that knows that tortive means twisted.
They come through you, my darling.
No, King Lear. Although, it's true, I have inspired him to some agonizingly dazzling heights of lexicography. I denounce tortive. And epilepsy? For the falling sickness? Where'd you get that?
Edmund.
Your brother? This is his second fit. He had one yesterday. Hence Othello's unexplained seizures.
Flawed enough.
Deeply.
Edmund is the youngest of my 7 siblings, and I'm his hero. So much so that he follows me duckling-like around Stratford and then follows me into the acting profession. But those ceaseless seizures, they shake his soul to his very soul. Really, I got to say all of it.
Defer no time. Delays have dangerous ends.
My brother Edmund has a bastard child. I pay for the infant's burial 4 months before I pay for the Southwark Cathedral bells to ring the burial of my brother Edmund. Nature, thou art my goddess, to thy services my laws are bound. Oh. God, stand up for bastards! After my mother teaches me to read, Ovid, because my dad is the mayor of Stratford, I'm entitled to go to the local grammar school. And here, Mr. Jenkins, my Welsh schoolmaster, he teaches me that little Latin of William the Page. I would have learned Greek, and I would have gone on to Cambridge, as Kit had done, had it not been for my father's troubles. Hast any philosophy in thee, shepherd?
No more. But I know that either one's money, means, and content is without 3 good friends.
Money, means, and content. He's going to lose all 3. Because when Catholic France turns to Protestantism, in Paris, 100,000 Huguenots are senselessly slaughtered. This leads to the London Puritan Council deciding that all holders of public office, including mayors, must get down on one knee before the Queen's bench and swear.
I promise, vow, and protest to maintain and defend the doctrine of the Church of England against all popery and popish inventions.
But my ardent Catholic father, spurred on by my equally ardent Catholic mother, they refuse to bend. And out of the window goes that coat of arms.
The sins of the father are to be laid upon the children.
Yes, England is ruled by primogeniture. This means that the first son is the be-all, but it also means that the first son must bear all. And so when my father loses his honor, I make a vow. I will garner this family a coat of arms. And being 14, I really don't know how I'm going to do that.
It is the purpose that makes strong the vow.
Are we going northward, ho?
We are.
All right, good. So, now we're out of money, and so I have to leave the grammar school because my dad, he gets me a job up north with a Catholic knight teaching his children. Here comes the twist in the tale. The Catholic knight has a group of actors, and one day they asked me to help them in a rehearsal. It's here, in the backwaters of West Lancashire, that I actually start my acting career. I have found my calling.
For a kingdom, any oath may be broken.
I'm 17 years old. But she's right. I mean, thespians are hardly gentlemen, right? I mean, can you imagine giving an actor a knighthood? It's almost as stupid a thought as giving one to a musician. But life is full of verisimilitudes, so a traveling thespian I become. We travel the north, playing to the great lords like the Earls of Stanley and their ilk, when once again I come across Mr. Burbage and his group of players. Mr. Burbage, I don't know if you remember me.
Sorry, lad.
My dad was the mayor of Stratford.
You're John Shakespeare's boy.
Yeah.
Good man, your dad. What you doing all the way up here in Preston?
Oh, I'm teaching, but I want to be an actor.
Oh, do you now?
Desperately.
I'll tell you what.
What?
Get yourself to London, come find me, and I'll see if I can't put you to work.
Oh, Mr. Burbage, you're the best. I'll make it there, I promise, I will.
I've no doubt about it. What's your name again?
It's Will.
Of course it is. Who's that, Dad? Another bumpkin with stars in his eyes. And you told him to get to London and you'd give him a job, didn't you? Why'd you do that, Dad? It's cruel. Richard, there's not a bat's chance in hell that backwater clodhop is gonna make it to the London stage.
What do you think you're doing?
Portraying what really happened before you hit them with the Disney version.
I get there, don't I?
We shall see.
Me traveling north?
Him traveling north with his jolly band of brothers making their way to the Mecca of London is not how this goes down.
Yeah, but she's right. My idyll is short-lived in Lancashire when my noble knight, he's thrown in jail for giving mass and he goes and dies, which means that I have to go back home to Stratford. So I think, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go home, I'm going to get my parents, and then I'm going to bog off to London. I'm going to find Mr. Burbage, and I'm going to become a star. But when I get home, we find out that a friend of my dad's has died, and he's left his estate to his youngest daughter, Agnes Ann. I have a secret crush on Agnes Ann. But to her, I'm just a kid. But when I get back from Preston, I determine that I am going to woo her with some spirit when she comes. And so, lurking in the shadows, I hide outside the Black Swan, and I wait for her to go by. Good evening, Anne. That's your name, I hear.
Well, have you heard? It's something hard of hearing. They call me Agnes that you talk of me.
Oh, no, you lie in faith, for you're called plain Anne, and Bonnie Anne, and sometimes Anne the Cursed. But take this of me, Anne, of my consolation. Hearing thy mildness praised in every town, thy virtue sounded, and thy beauty, yet not so deeply as to thee belongs. Myself am moved to move thee for my wife.
Moved?
Yes.
Oh, in good time. Let him that moved you hither remove you hence. I knew at the first you were movable.
Well, what's a movable?
A joint stool.
Thou hast hit it. Come, sit on me.
Asses are made to bear, and so are you.
Women are made to bear, and so are you.
Well,
Yes,
is that you?
it is.
Well, haven't we grown into a strapping young buck?
Haven't we?
This is the very ecstasy of love, whose violent properties foredoes itself and leads the will into desperate undertakings.
And desperate undertakings they prove to be, because in that fine harvest moon, me and Agnes Ann, we get carried away. And as my daughter Judith so often likes to remind me, Agnes Ann gets a bun in the oven. Now, to my father's chagrin, we decide we're going to do the right thing.
The father should hold some counsel in such a business. See?
Yeah. Look, because I'm 18, I'm a minor, and I have to ask my dad's permission. But Agnes Ann, she's 26. Yes, she's 8 years older than me. Anyway, spinsterhood looms, and so she's got to get married. But the wedding is a fiasco. Because she's preggers, we can't wait for the banns. And then the register at the clerk's office, he signs both our names wrong. It's pretty hard to spell my name wrong. It is Shake and Spear. But the clerk is Scottish, and they have a spelling logic all to themselves. From the scroll on the page, who knows what he thinks my name is? Shakespeare, Shakespeare, Shakesberries. My wife's name he writes down as Anna What-a-Lay. My parents are outraged. And they have very good reason, as shows up 6 months later.
Come Lammas Eve at night, she shall be 14. Susan and she, God rest all Christian souls, were of an age.
Yeah, signed. But here I am. Because she's now preggers, there's no way I'm off to be a traveling thespian. I'm 19, with a much older wife and a brand new daughter. How do you turn that into a coat of arms? Well, you move back in with the parents, You stand in the piss pits, you tan the leather, and you make gloves. 2 years later, the twins arrive, Hamlet and Judith. I loved them very dearly, and so everything changes. Now, I imagine, like my brother Richard, I'll become a farmer, a merchant. Maybe I'll go into local politics, become the mayor.
What's past is prologue.
Yes, but never say never, because what happens next comes completely out of left field. Where does that phrase come from?
The Chicago Cubs. There was a mental asylum beyond left field.
Okay, if you say so. Anywho, my father, he has a salubrious habit of brogging.
Wool trading.
It's illegal. But because my father loves to fleece the farmers, whenever he gets the urge to gamble on the gambol, we head off to the auctions in Thames. And it's here, in the courtyard of the White Hound, amongst the mounds of mutton, that once again I encounter Mr. James Burbage and his players.
I thought you were coming to London to be an actor.
I was.
What happened?
Wife and 3 kids.
Oh, life has a way of doing that.
It does. But you know what, Mr. Burbage? One day, one day.
Sure, yeah, one day.
I will. And then here comes the miracle. Because that night, a portentous meteor flashes across the sky.
He's so dramatic. It rained.
All right, a rainy meteor went across the sky. But William Nell, who's the lead actor for Mr. Burbage, he gets into a fight with another actor and he's hoisted on his own petard. So now, until he can get another actor to come up from London, James is screwed with a performance upcoming in Stratford.
Will,
Oh, Mr. Burbage!
I've thought it over and I'd like to offer you a part in my troupe.
I will do anything.
Good to know. You go on tomorrow.
Well, that's who?
Cleopatra.
Do I have to wear a dress?
No,
good,
codpiece and hose.
Good.
Of course he's in a bloody dress.
Okay. My portrayal as the divine pharaoh is divine. This local boy makes good. I'm on stage with the Queen's own actors. But then that other actor arrives from London.
And the king's a beggar now the play is done.
You gotta rub it in every time.
I do.
Yeah, but she's right. The second bite of the apple, it really bites because I realize if I keep making gloves, there is no coat of arms. There's only one place to be, and it's not Stratford. So, armed with this new wisdom, I go home to share what I have just learned with my adoring wife.
Wisdom! To leave his wife, to leave his babes, his mansion and his titles in a place from whence himself does fly. He loves us not.
You do her very well.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
But why didn't you take them with you?
Oh, you don't think I tried? Anne, we can all go.
Are you out of your ale-addled alembic? What are we going to do when we get there?
Well, I don't know. I'll ask Richard to find us something.
Field?
Yes, he's doing very well.
That, William, is because Richard is a printer.
Yes.
What do you know about printing? Nothing. Why are you doing this? We have 3 small babes.
I promised Dad
What?
that he'd become a gentleman.
Are you out of your... Lord preserve me from temptation. God! This is about a coat of arms?
I made a vow.
You did. Till death do us part.
Oh, crap. I walked right into that one, didn't I?
I am not about to uproot our babes, go tottering off into the dark night, to live in squalor, in some scum-infested cesspit, so that you can become an actor.
So, as you can see, my wife is totally enamored with the genius of my enterprise. So much so, she tells my mother, who also thinking that I've lost my marbles, enrolls my son to beg me not to go. All right, I feel you. I feel your pain. I mean, yes, who ups and leaves a wife and 3 kids? But I don't have a choice. If I stay in Stratford, this widower's son is going to wither away. I have got to go. And so, with that pilgrim's longing in my heart,
I hope to see London once ere I die.
I set forth on my journey to the city. Now, if you go by horse, it's 3 days. If you go by walking, it's 6 days. And because I'm now the son of a flailing mare, I have to walk. Night one we spend in Oxford, at the Crown Inn, which belongs to my good friend John Davenant.
And his wife.
Oh, have you got to drag it into the gutter?
I'm not the one sleeping with her.
That is malicious gossip.
Well, clear it up then.
All right, me and Jane we're just good friends.
And your godson, William?
That is, let it alone. When you leave Oxford, you go down into the Thames Valley and you wend your way into the greatest city in the world through Newgate, the place with the infamous jail. So when I arrive, I inquire, can you tell me the way to Blackfriars? I want to go to the house of my school friend, Richard Field, and his exquisite Huguenot wife, Jacqueline Vautrolier. Now, though they welcome me into their magnificent home and library, but as Anne has so rightly prognosticated, I don't know nothing about printing. I don't have a job, but I do have a plan. And my plan is that I'm going to go north to Shoreditch, the suburbs of sin. And I'm going to wend my way and make a beeline for a portico built by none other than, you guessed it, James Burbage. Because before he was an actor,
Tell them plainly, I was Snug the Joiner.
James used to snug joints. Now these carpentry skills, they helped him build the first building ever exclusively used for the professional presentation of plays. He calls this monument to acting
The theatre.
the theatre. Now, soon after that, there's a massive earthquake in London, the biggest in English history. And of course, to the church, the theatre is to blame for this portentous calamity.
This playing palace has invoked the wrath of God so much it has caused him to tremble.
Like God cares about boys running around in dresses. But these Malvolios, they still march up and down with their banners outside our playing palaces, attesting that places where men dress as women are full of whoredom, villainy, and prodigality. Playgoing is an indulgence in carnal desire. Let that be a warning to you. Anyway, once I reach the suburbs of sin, I go to hear a play that's called The Spanish Tragedy.
Oh, eyes, no eyes, but fountains fraught with tears. Oh, life, no life, but lively form of death.
Kids' play is theatrically brilliant. I have never heard anything like this. After the performance, I eagerly wait outside, hoping to catch Mr. James Burbage as he comes rushing out of the theatre and going off and about his business. Oh, Mr. Burbage!
Not now!
It's me!
Oh, well, I tip my hat to you, lad. Good on ya.
Will you take me on?
On.
Yes, as you promised.
How old are you?
I'm 23.
Do you know how long it takes to train an actor?
Little while?
Near a decade. Oh, you, my lad, are 10 years too late.
And so, as my dream implodes in on me, I don't hear Richard whispering in his dad's ear.
Well,
Mr. Burbage.
bleeding hard that he is. My son feels bad for you. Be back here tomorrow at 9.
Tomorrow at 9. So at 9 o'clock sharp, I arrive at the theatre, expectant of what Mr. James will give me as my new role. Will I recreate my wondrous Cleopatra, or perhaps I'll be some swashbuckling lead? And then Mr. James arrives to inform me of my new role.
You'll hold the horses' heads of the patrons outside the theatre.
This story's been exaggerated. Then I start my own valet service, Shakespeare's Boys. I'm not a valet for very long.
They say there is a divinity in odd numbers.
There is, and mine shows up right now, because on one of those Wednesdays, as I'm holding up those horrible horses' heads, Mr. James comes dashing out of the theatre.
Those effing bastards are going to ruin us! You want to get your ass on stage? Write a play that kicks the shit out of the rose!
I will, James. I'll write a play.
Sure, of course you will,
I will.
A pox on your hide, Henslow!
And so, as James runs off screaming to Henslow in the heavens and everybody else, Richard, What is going on with your dad?
Henslow and Elaine have discovered some hotshot new writer.
Oh.
Everyone's across the river.
Well, let's go hear it.
You know what? Let's.
We should. And so we do. We take a ferry to the other side, the eastward side, and we go to the pit in Southwark. We pay our penny and we stand amongst the hazelnut crunching, beer guzzling groundlings as we watch the greatest actor in England, Ned Alleyne, portray a part unlike anything before in history, Timur the Lame. It's penned by a Cambridge-educated son of a cobbler, 2 months older than me. He has gone and he has formed a new kind of theatrical pentameter. And with this, Tamburlaine has turned the theatre on its head.
Holla, ye pampered jades of Asia! What can you draw but 20 miles a day?
Do you feel it? Da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. I first met Kit at the Mermaid.
Kit Marlowe.
William Shakespeare.
You're that actor turned writer.
I'm working on it.
Oh, it takes balls, that.
You're my inspiration.
Oh, you don't want to share my muse, mate.
Why not?
She's a total whack job. And we're walking. So what are we working on?
A history.
Dated, but okay. Which?
Henri VI.
Could work. How's it going?
I'm having a little hard time with the meter.
Want me to take a look?
You do that?
We're in this together, mate.
Oh.
Give me a gander and I'll give you some pointers.
Oh.
By the way, you should expand on that Aaron the more.
You saw Titus?
To be the best mate, you steal from every bugger there is.
Best advice I ever got. Do you think I'm any good?
Could be. Once you learn to make the I am your friend.
But if Henslow finds out you're...
Oh, no one ever need know.
Well, then I will be correspondent to command. And so it is that while Green and his cronies complain in the press about thankless thespians and pesky Puritans stealing their shit, Marlowe, he pens masterpieces for Ned Alleyne, and I scribble parts for the most chameleon-like portrayer of emotions you have ever seen on a stage, Richard Burbage.
Why I, in this weak piping time of peace, have no delight to pass away the time unless to spy my shadow in the sun and descant on my own deformity.
Burbage is so famous in this role that kids go running down the street aping his booming voice.
A horse, my kingdom for a horse.
When guides take the tourists to the real Bosworth Field and they come to the real spot where the real king was really killed, they tell them this.
And this is the spot where Burbage cried out Shakespeare's immortal lines. It's more Disney.
It's great.
Are you going to tell them about the Countess?
Are you out of our minds? Hey, why not?
That's the spirit.
All right, so one of our noble countesses, for modesty she'll remain anonymous, she's so taken with Richard's performance that she sends him a note. Come visit. Well, I'm backstage at the time and I intercept the note and I read it. And I'm pissed. It seems to me that Richard is getting all the rewards whilst William is doing all the work. So I delay the note's delivery. And whilst he bravely broaches the last of the Plantagenets, attempting to woo the hardened Lady Anne...
Your beauty was the cause of that effect. Your beauty that did haunt me in my sleep, to undertake the death of all the world to live 1 hour in thy sweet bosom.
I go to visit the Countess. I present myself as the creator of the character, far more potent force than the mere enactor of the role. Where pencils, ho, her ladyship is dutifully impressed.
Was ever woman in this humour wooed? Was ever woman in this humour won?
And so, several hours later, after having suffered the indignities of Bosworth Field, the now sartorially befitted as the tragic king, Richard arrives at the lady's chamber. Upon news of this, I instruct the doorman, please give him this note.
Sorry, old friend. William the Conqueror came before Richard III?
He wouldn't talk to me for days. They say that some of my best parts will be lost when Richard dies. I hope that's not true, but I do hope you never forget that he was often the source of their inspiration. So the game's afoot. It's Burbage and Shakespeare versus Marlowe and Elaine. London goes bonkers. We are making a fortune until that ever-jealous sable stallion on his black horse comes blowing through town. The Puritan Council have a rule, 30 deaths a week, and they shut us all down. And then the preachers, they go to their pulpits and they start bellowing.
The cause of plague is sin. The cause of sin is plays. Ergo, the cause of plague is plays.
This death rate does not fall below 30 for 20 months. It's a disaster. I have to make a living. I even consider going back to Stratford to stand in the piss pits. As usual, it's Kit that gets us out of it because he turns to her sister, Calliope, the one with the beautiful voice.
It's not that special.
Oh, it's pretty special. In such music, art is. Anyway, because we can't produce plays anymore, we have to return to poetry using her sister, Calliope, and then that will make us immortal. And so, urged on by Kit, I pen the first piece of literature.
My first heir of my invention. Calliope is so proud of him.
She is.
Look, her voice is average at best.
Her voice is brilliant. Kit, he pens Hero and Leander, and I pen Venus and Adonis. Go.
I'm not doing it.
She won't do it because it's total smut. And it's a huge hit. Richard and Jacqueline, who loves it, she is French, they've published it 10 times already. But being feted by the nobles of the court is nothing to what comes down the pipe next. The coroner's report says that it's over the reckoning, the bill for the beer. But it also says that the government agents he just happened to be drinking with, they just happened to kill him in self-defense. No one believes that report. Most people whisper,
He was murdered for being a sodomite.
Will's favorite phrase is,
All those that love not tobacco and boys are fools.
yeah, sadly, the inventor of theatrical pentameter, the Queen Mab, weaver of dreams, he's gone. Courage, Mercutio, the hurt cannot be much.
No, 'tis not so deep as a well, nor so wide as a church door. But 'tis enough. 'Twill serve. Ask for me tomorrow, and you shall find me a grave man. You should have left Mercutio alive.
What? The play's called Romeo and Juliet.
Mercutio is the star.
He's a secondary character.
More crapping lies. Tell them the real reason you killed him.
Your imagination. You are not my conscience.
You owe it to him.
Oh, yeah. I kill Mercutio because I am really, really jealous of Kit Marlowe. There.
Thank you.
With the plague gone, the Londoners come back to our theatre in droves. Again, we're stars.
A celebrity is never more admired than by the negligent.
Well, look, no matter what she avows, there it is, staring me in the face. And urged on by the Burbages, who have never thought of our profession as anything but noble, I apply to the College of Heralds for a coat of arms.
He's a mad yeoman that sees his son a gentleman before him.
Yes, but the plan is that I will give it to my father, who will then pass it to me, who will then pass it to my son, Hamlet. It's a brilliant plan. Or it was. It's Lammastide. And I'm strutting and fretting my hour on the stage in Kent. I don't remember the play.
I don't either.
But while I'm plying my trade in Dover, in Stratford, 200 miles away, my family are shedding tears. I don't know why until I returned to London 10 days later. But that night, I smash her rules to smithereens.
You hold too heinous a respect of grief.
He speaks to me that never had a son.
You are as fond of grief as of your child.
Grief fills the room of my absent child. Then have I a reason to be fond of grief. Oh, my Lord. My son. My life. My world. My all the joy. Oh, Hamlet!
Hamlet was born the year of the earthquake. His eldest daughter, Susanna, the nurse's dead child, is weaned that year by his wife, Agnes Anne. Angelica is a derivative. It's signed, and signed.
During my grief over my son, the College of Heralds, they grant us that coat of arms. Oh, fortune, fortune, all men call thee fickle. I've wasted time, and now the time wastes me.
You'll end your suffering when you end your want.
Where did that come from?
It's the third noble truth.
How do you know that?
I read.
Well, stop it. Now what?
It is the purpose that makes strong the vow.
Yes, but what purpose when that which drives you forward is gone? How do you end what?
Speak of me as I am, nothing extenuate nor set down aught in malice. This is ecstasy. Move on.
Mad world, mad king, mad compositions.
Write with anger, and you'll write nothing but anger.
You are very twitchy today.
The truth is exhausting.
You know what? She's right. Mercutio is the star of Romeo and Juliet.
Fuck you! Finally! Methinks I'm a prophet new inspired.
He's almost the first real character I wrote, but not quite. I have to again rely on Kit for that one, because, like me, the city's angry. But unlike me, the city is angry with the Jews. Now, officially, there aren't any Jews in England because they were all thrown out by Edward I. But of course there are. The Queen's physician is a Jew.
Thy currish spirit governed a wolf.
Elizabeth loves Dr. Lopez, but this makes her favorite, Hamlet himself, the Earl of Essex, very jealous. And so he foments a rumor that the doctor's trying to poison the Queen. We all know it's not true, but we all have to witness that poor Jewish physician being persecuted.
You will be dragged backwards by the tail of a horse. You will be hung until halfway between heaven and earth. You'll be removed from the gallows, and your genitals cut off and burnt before your eyes.
London goes crazy with anti-Semitic fever. Jews are murdered and killed on every street corner. Seizing the chance for huge box office, Ned Elaine and the Admiral's men, they remount Kit's Jew of Malta. This then brings James running at me incessantly.
Well, where the bloody hell is it?
It's coming, James! Now, Jews have always been portrayed as money-grubbing Mephistophelian monsters. Kit's Barabbas is exactly like this, and I think mine will be too, until I witness the horrid torture of that poor Jewish physician. And so then I and my art, we will stand for this injustice no longer.
What is his reason? I am a Jew. Hath not a Jew eyes? Hath not a Jew hands, organs, dimensions, senses, affections, passions? If you prick us, do we not bleed? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? If you poison us, do we not die? And if you wrong us, shall we not revenge?
It's Shylock that raises me into the third dimension.
Finally, no more three-piled hyperbole, spruce affections, and figures pedantical.
Yeah, but I'm still worried about Kit and my son. Okay, I know how to write, but who am I writing for? Why should you live to move us with your musings?
One touch of nature makes the whole world kin.
All right, maybe. Anyway, with the success of Merchant of Venice, we then go and do a play, which is the first one published with my name on it.
In which you weirdly write the longest word that's ever written. Honorific habilitatudinatatibus. Meaning?
It means the ability to earn honor.
Oh, it's not I, Sir Francis Bacon, wrote these.
No, I made that up.
Yeah, if you say so, flat
I
dragon.
say so.
You also put 5 sonnets in the play. Why?
Because it's performed at Gray's Inn before Queen Elizabeth, and sonnets are all the rage.
He's such a slut. You hate sonnets.
Bollocks, I've written 154 sonnets.
With no intention of them ever being published.
Yeah, this is true. Of all my words, these are the ones you weren't supposed to see. And they're very private. And you wouldn't have seen them either had not my publisher gone and stole them, mixed them in with a bunch of dirty dirges, and published that crap with my name on. I had to publish the real ones.
Again with the lies.
He didn't steal them.
Oh, he stole them, but you didn't publish the bona fide versions for another decade. Huh? Explain them apples.
We knew he'd rise up again.
He?
Yes. The sable Satan, Black Death, he again comes blowing through town. This time he kills 100 a week. I've got to have an income.
So you whore out our love to the press.
I have to pay my bills.
Oh, while I'm a beggar, I will rail and say there is no sin but to be rich. And being rich, my vice will then to say there is no vice but beggary.
What just happened? Look, they're never gonna know what's the story.
Well, then tell them the story.
Are you out of our mind?
Go on. Lay lime to tangle their desire with wailful sonnets.
I will, you know.
Will away.
I'm willing. All right. So, the sonnets begin when a countess, who's very worried that her boy, even though he's only 15, is very profligate.
Ooh, that's a good word.
It is a good word.
She's right. He is.
Yes, this boy has refused 4 marriage proposals already, including one that comes with a dowry of £3,000. Look, my house, the second biggest house in Stratford, new place, that only costs 60. Anyway, the countess is in a panic and she comes to Will.
Well, I need you to give him the will to wed.
Okay, now since these 14-line wonders of amorous angst are all the rage in the city, I foolishly suggest, how about a sonnet sequence, my lady?
Oh, that's inspired.
And then she gives me some coins for my upcoming attempts at sonnetry. Ugh, look at the mess she gets me in. Okay,
Oh, no, you
no,
don't.
I'll tell the truth. The truth is that every sonnet that's ever been written has been addressed to some unattainable woman. I am the first poet in history to write a sonnet sequence to a man.
Buckle yourselves in. This is quite the ride. From fairest creatures we desire increase, that thereby beauty's rose may never die.
So as previously mentioned, the first 17 of these sonnets are designed to get this man to take a child and to take a wife and beget a child so that his beauty...
He is stunningly handsome.
Yeah, he's stunningly handsome, can be retained in the cheeky, rosy cheeks of his offspring. Now, I attach a warning to this.
When 40 winters shall besiege thy brow and dig deep trenches in thy beauty's field, thy youth's proud livery so gazed on now shall be tottered weeds of small worth held.
I make an appeal on behalf of his mutti.
Thou art thy mother's glass, and she in thee calls back the lovely April of her prime.
But for some reason, none of this works. I actually get peeved.
Oh, change thy thought that I may change my mind. Shall hate be fairer lodge than gentle love?
Nothing. So now, desperate, I make one last attempt to make this man beget a child.
But were some child of yours alive that time, thou should live twice, in it and in my rhyme.
Genetic and poetic immortality. Nothing. Crickets. I surrender.
Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. A woman's face with nature's own hand painted, hast thou the master mistress of my passions.
What are you doing?
If you're going to tell the story, you're going to tell them how use doth breed a habit in a man.
Yeah, but you know what? The only treasure that mortal time can provide is a spotless reputation.
Reputation is a false and idle imposition, oft got without merit and lost without deserving. Besides, this lot are fluid.
Fluid?
Oh, just do it.
Oh, solid. Okay, so in my desperate attempt to make this brat get a child, I actually become addicted to that 3-quatrain final twist in the tale couplet sonnets, and I can't stop writing the bloody things.
And
Okay, here we go. As Sonnet 20 reveals,
since she pricked thee out for woman's pleasure, mine be thy love, and their loves use their pleasure.
I make the rookie mistake of falling in love with my subject. Ay, 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 ay. And having fallen in love with my subject, I cannot stop writing sonnets.
Oh, tell them about the dark lady.
Oh, yes. She shows up, and she takes my good angel from my side to her bed.
You play with fire, you get burned. It's hypocritical to expect fidelity when you have a wife and daughters at home.
Oh, yes. I'm obsessed and I'm stuck in a threesome. I can't eat, I can't drink, and then, as if struck by lightning, I can't write. And now my numbers are decayed. My muse does give another place.
Are you going to tell them?
I can't.
You're the most eminent poet in the land. How can you still be afraid?
He's the only one I was ever afraid of.
What are you talking about? He's been dead for years.
You don't know. Oh, of course you don't know. You don't do rewrites, do you?
Hello, I'm inspiration.
Well, hello, inspiration. Chapman finishes Hero and Leander.
That's why you...
I get angry.
And I leave.
Yep. Where art thou, muse, that thou forgetst to speak of him that gives thee all thy might? Oh, my God. My writing is disjoint, my acting is dreadful, and now my imagination has run away. I'm worthless. To be or not to be, that's the question. Whether it is nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles and by opposing end them. To die, to sleep, and by a sleep to say we end the heartache and the 1,000 natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished, to die, to sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub, for in that sleep of death, what dreams may come when we have shuffled off our mortal coil must give us pause. There's the calamity that makes respect of so long life. For who would fardels bear to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but for that fear of something after death, that undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveler returns, puzzles the will. Some say they're the greatest words I ever wrote. They're certainly the most honest. Anyway, unable to face even my own mortality, I finally leave my noble lord.
Here we are.
Yeah, here we are.
Yeah, it's now or never.
No, I think never is better.
No, I think now. Here's his biggest secret.
My mistress' eyes are nothing like the sun. Coral is far more red than her lips red. If snow is white, why then her breasts are dun. And yet, I think my love as rare as any she belies with false compare.
Bang! It's 130 that turns sonneteering on its head. This is why him. He tells me flatly there is no mercy for me in heaven because I am a Jew's daughter. Yes, the lady of the sonnets, his mistress, is a dark-skinned, black-haired Jew. All that is ugly in England's white-painted, blonde-dyed Christian world. In one 13-line poem, he makes all prejudice ignorant in its myopic banality. In the final couplet, he turns grotesque hatred into redemptive love. This is his genius. If you still need convincing, read 135. In 135, he uses will, the most dexterous word in the English language, 13 times. Will denotes a male Christian name, sexual veracity, the act of masturbation, the genitals, male and female, as does, by the way, Shakespeare, making his name Wanker Wanker. As his name and the third member of the menage are both will, and the dark lady is the combined will of their sexual wills, 135 is an astounding labyrinth of logopolymorphism of only which this Wanker Wanker is capable. Bacon's name is Francis. Oxford's is Edwards. If there is another will among the 78, I can promise you the dark lady's ample pudendum never engulfed it. He writes them.
Never messed with a goddess. Right pen, for I am for whole volumes in folio. Not so fast. The lease on the theatre is up, and Charles Allen, the landlord, has decided.
I'm repossessing the land. The theatre is mine. Get out.
We have to get out. Now, a couple of years before this, James had tried to get another indoor theatre in Blackfriars. But what he doesn't realize is Blackfriars is in a very exclusive part of the city. The richest of the rich live there, and though they may come down to the theatre, they're not about to let the scum of London up their alleyways. No bears allowed. And so, poor Richard, when he finishes his theatre, it's closed down by royal command. This guts James. And the father of the English theatre, the man who had inspired my soul all those years ago, sadly, he dies. Our grief is bitter. But our determination that his legacy never be forgotten is fierce. And so we band with the Burbage brothers. They don't have a very good legacy. They've got an indoor theatre they can't use because of the neighbours, and they've got an outdoor theatre they can't use because of the landlord. But undaunted, Cuthbert and Richard, they come to 5 of us fellow actors.
There's a way out.
How?
We'll get to that. First, in exchange for equal shares in one half of the venture, you must agree to finance what we're about to propose.
And then Richard proposes the most harebrained scheme we have ever heard in our harebrained lives. But, harebrained slaves that we are, we agree.
Let fame that all hunt after in their lives live registered upon our brazen tombs.
And so, 3 days later, we all go down to the theatre because Charles Allen has left town. And we take the whole thing down. Why? Because woodworker James, being a snug the joiner, he knows the value of every plank in that joint and has insisted he be made the owner of the timber. The land's not ours, but the wood is. And so once we've got him on the ground, we drag each and every one of those tortuous timbers down to the frozen River Thames, and we drag them across to another plot of land in Southwark on the other side. And we rebuild the whole thing. We become the first actors in London, anywhere, to own our own stage. London is agog.
Rightly to be great is not to stir without great argument, but greatly to find a quarrel in a straw when honor is at the stake.
Outside our new home, we hang a picture of Hercules holding up the world with our new motto,
Totus mundus agit histrionem.
All the world acts the actor, and we give our new stage a new name,
The globe.
And then, for its grand opening, I write a new play. A play in which all the world's a stage, as you like it.
It is not the fashion to see the lady in the epilogue, but it is no more unhandsome than to see the lord in the prologue.
I made amends.
The rest is silence.
Thank you. Farewell, Kit, my dear friend.
William, if Kit had lived, he could not have written Shylock.
Wow, thank you. And so, As You Like It is a huge hit. I'm now really famous and rich, and I think I can write whatever I want. Pfft, who needs her pesky rules? So I start to write comments about rival actors and anybody else who pisses me off.
I do hate a proud man as I do hate the engendering of toads. Gossip is not art.
Hamlet's full of in-jokes.
Hence the reason it's 1,000 lines too long and no one knows what the heck you're talking about.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to tell you something I didn't think I ever would. I never liked Elizabeth.
Oh, truth hath a quiet breast.
She's right. What I am and what I would, they are as secret as maidenhood. See, it's ironic because Elizabeth, if she hadn't loved the theatre so much, I would have remained in Stratford and I would have made white leather and I would have sold dirty wool on the black market. I would not now co-own 2 theatres and 1,200 acres of land. But you know what? Without her, my father would not have been stripped of his dignity.
I am thy father's spirit. Adieu, adieu, adieu. Remember me.
Remember thee. Aye, thy poor ghost, whilst memory holds a seat in this distracted globe. Remember thee. He'll never be forgotten. Because the play, they say, is the greatest. It's a play about a trilogy of sons. John, William, and Hamlet Shakespeare. And surely, wherever memory holds a seat in any distracted globe, they are going to be remembered.
At last, what his heart thinks, his tongue speaks.
I finally understand how much of our soul you demand.
I have lived to see inherited my very wishes.
Yep.
If this were play, it would end here, but it's not.
Okay.
It's life. So I can't fix it. The reason being, how quickly nature falls into revolt when gold becomes her object.
What she refuses to understand is that with the new monarchs, Anne and James throwing their money all over the place, Inigo Jones and Ben, they're making a fortune with their airy flim-flams. Richard and I want some of that money. Is that so bad?
Sweep on, you fat and greasy citizens.
It can't all be arts for art's sake. Puh. We do this when Richard manages to get the second theatre his dad wanted, Blackfriars. Blackfriars is all seats. That's a higher paying clientele, and that's a clientele that wants Pericles.
See where she comes, apparelled like the spring, grace her subjects and her thoughts the king of every virtue renowned to men.
Yeah, all right, it's awful. But at 13 quid a sold out performance, Pericles is a smash hit. You are a fickle lot. Look, I now make £600 a year. A glove maker makes £10. After 25 years of ink-stained fingertips, I can finally put the quill down. John Fletcher, my apprentice, he's now the leading playwright in London. Though they asked me to come down on occasions at, Henry VIII. God, we all hate that thing. Because on its opening night, as we set off the cannons to herald the approach of the king, and as he comes in and sets eyes on the vixenous Anne Boleyn,
The fairest hand I ever touched, beauty till now I never knew thee.
the globe catches fire. Petrified, I stand there with Richard and Ben on either side as we stare at each and every one of those timbers we had so doggedly dragged across the Thames come crashing to the ground. And there, in the flakes above that fire, I see the faces of all the people who helped us build it, and with it, my career. And I realize I'm not that young man that ran off with a traveling troupe of players to regain his father's honor. It's time for me to keep my promise. It's time for me to go home to Anne and my daughters. It's time for me to go to the grave of my son, a proud and honest man.
Then should thou live twice, in it and in my rhyme.
You see, I write for my son and for your daughters and for every parent's child. I write that we may better understand the motives and the passions that make us human. I write words. Before I can go home, I have to write one more. Not for the clanking of the coins in the box, not for the praise of the nobles in the court. This one, it's for the art of inspiration. It's for you.
These are actors, as I foretold. We're all spirits, and are melted into air, into thin air.
And so, finally realizing my part's done, I sell my shares in the theater and I return home because now my strength's all o'erthrown and what charm I has mine own, which is most faint. Now I want spirits to enforce and art to enchant.
As you from crimes would pardon be, let your indulgence set us free. Now you understand. No Bacon, no Oxford, none of them. Only him. He is the union of the pioneers of the English stage. This is the legacy we must never forget. This is why you are William Shakespeare.
To the elements be free.
And fare thou well.
Fare thou well. My granddaughter's coming by very soon. I'm going to sit her on my knee and I'm going to tell her one of my old stories from my days in London. Her dad, the Puritan doctor, he's going to be really mad. He's going to tell her, don't you go listening to Grandpa's stupid old stories. And don't you ever tell anyone that your grandfather was once an actor and a writer of plays. What will the neighbors think? You are a fickle lot. There's actually a £10 fine for anybody who tries to hire an actor in Warwickshire. Pah! Where was I? Oh yeah, I'm writing my very uncreative will. She's gone. Okay. I, William Shakespeare of Stratford-upon-Avon in the county of Warwickshire, a gentleman. Voila. One will. When they gave me that coat of arms, they asked me to pick a motto that I thought would fit my life. And so I chose a French phrase, non sans droit, not without right. Seems right. Ben, who refers to my motto as not without mustard, he's coming up tomorrow to help me celebrate my birthday. Last secret, I love that miserable old bugger. You know what he's done? He's taken all of his plays and he's put them in one big book. I said to him, Ben, are you out of your senses? These are plays. They're not pieces of literature. They're plays. He says to me, well, these plays are the stories of our lives and everyone we ever knew in them. We are obligated to publish these plays. Oh, you crusty old git.
Well, come down for supper.
I'm coming, my dearest partner of greatness. Complete works of William Shakespeare, eh? What will you lot ever think of next?